This is Sean Kinane. I'm with WMNF News, and my guest today is John Lucian Goins, and he's a professional pickleballer from Bradenton, but he's only 17 years old, and he's won two gold medals recently in men's singles, and we're going to talk to him about all of that. So I want to welcome you to WMNF Tampa, John.
Hello, thanks for having me on.
I'm really glad that you could join us. So why don't you tell us how you got into pickleball and at what age?
So 2 years ago, when I was 15, I was playing tennis actually this one day with my old tennis coach who plays pickleball now, pro pickleball. And it was raining. It's kind of a funny story. It was raining that day, and we were playing at GT Bray, which is a recreational park, which is local, and they had covered pickleball courts. So we were like, well, we can't play tennis. Might as well try out pickleball. And so we, I played it for the first time that day. I think he'd been playing for like 1 or 2 months then, and I kind of just fell in love with it just from that one day. And after that, I couldn't get enough of it.
So recently you've won gold medals at two different pro pickleball events. Tell us, what was that like to win gold as a teenager and beating the number one ranked player in the process?
I mean, sometimes it feels like really surreal and like it's not really happening. Other times I feel like just a normal kid my age. It's like weird balancing the two. But I feel like I don't know, it's a great feeling. And I'm just glad my hard work's like paying off.
Yeah, so tell us about that hard work. What kind of preparation do you have to do to become a top level professional athlete at 17?
Well, I mean, you have to, of course, keep your body clean, like what you're eating. I don't really go out often with friends. I try and focus more on pickleball. Obviously, you still have to have fun, so you're not getting burned out, which is pretty important. But I feel like it's a lot of just staying consistent and not having too many cheat days.
And another thing you have to balance with being a professional athlete is school. So tell us how you work all of that in.
Well, school is it's a grind, especially when I'm taking a bunch of courses at once. A lot of the times after a tournament, I might be feeling tired, and I'm like, man, the last thing I want to do right now is log on my computer and do some school. But I mean, you got to get it done. So that's what I tell myself.
To stay at a top level and to improve in a professional sport, you really have to practice and play against some of the best. Is that easy for you to do or difficult for you to do in the Bradenton area to find people who you can drill against and practice against?
It's actually not as difficult as you'd imagine. There's a lot of great players here, like Dusty Boyer, John Cangelosi, Jay Chinzones, Michael Leonard, all these great players. Chris Crouch, you've probably heard of him. He runs the Florida Pro League, I think. And we all kind of get together. We have groups here, and it's just lots of great players. And yeah.
You're known as a top level singles athlete. Do you have an intention in uh, becoming, I guess, becoming one of the top doubles pickleball players at all?
Yes, definitely. And I'm working every day on improving my doubles game, along with my singles game, of course. And I feel like they can kind of grow together because a lot of skills from singles, not all of them, but a lot of skills from singles can transfer over pretty well.
And you were part of the Major League Pickleball team during the previous season. I don't know, did you get to play much in game action? And what do you think about the future for Major League Pickleball for you in Major League Pickleball?
So no, I did not get to play at all, but that was because when I signed with the PPA and the MLP, it was right towards the end of the season. And so by the time I'd gotten drafted, there was only like two events left in the year. So we just opted to have the players who had already been playing on my team just finish out the season. But I'm looking forward to next season when I'm hopeful that I'll get drafted and get some game time.
How would you describe your play? I think that a lot of people who have seen you play describe it as kind of unconventional and a little bit different than some of this traditional standard singles play. How would you describe it?
Well, I've said unorthodox, but I'd say probably like the best explanation is like halfway between cat and mouse and just like power and trying to pass. I'm usually trying to pass, but I'll also mix in slower balls that I'm trying to set up a second shot or third shot to pass with. So it's kind of like in between.
And a lot of pickleball, especially perhaps singles, is a mental game. And you develop you also have you play chess a lot. So tell us about your chess journey and how that interacts with pickleball.
Well, I've played chess for fun like my whole life, and it's it's kind of taught me just like I have this one story about where it's taught me to like never give up in a game because you can always come back no matter how bad your position on the board looks. And it's the same in pickleball. Like, there's no timer. It's like your opponent has to finish you out. So you want to make them finish you out, if you know what I mean. Like they have to get those last couple points. It's not like a soccer game where they're up on top, up in points, and then the timer ends. They can just hold their position. So it's always you have to force them to finish the game out.
Do you have any thoughts about pickleball ever becoming an Olympic sport?
So I can't say for sure, but I believe it will become an Olympic sport. I just feel like it's growing so fast, like especially in America, but even in around the world, I feel like it's growing too a lot. Like I've heard it's big in Europe, huge in Asia. I'm sure South America is going to be picking it up too a lot. And yeah, so I'm hopeful that it will be at least. But yeah, I think it will.
What do you attribute the popularity of pickleball to?
Um, so a lot of people say it's the ease of getting into the sport. I feel like that's one thing, but I also feel like the community, like you can just go to a local park with like a paddle or like even without a paddle, just show up and you'll get games. Like they're literally somebody everyone's so nice that someone would like lend you a paddle or something. And it's just everyone is so welcoming and I feel like that just makes it so easy to get fall in love with the game because it's not only just the playing but also the social aspect. Like it makes making connections so easy.
Well, John, those were my questions, but is there anything else that you'd like to let our Tampa, St. Petersburg, Sarasota audience know about you or your sport?
Um. Oh yeah. About my nickname, I honestly don't mind either way. I think Johnny G can be pretty sick, honestly, as a nickname. Like it has a good ring to it. I feel like either Johnny G or Luch would work. I don't have a preference between either of them. Um, Maybe I'm a little partial towards Luch just because that's what I've been called my whole life. But Johnny G, it's sick to have a new nickname. Maybe it could be like my pickleball nickname, and Luch could be my chess or like out of pickleball nickname, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, very cool. So Lucian is your last name. Goins is your last, are they both last names? Is that what it is?
Oh, Lucian is my middle name.
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate that clarification.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
Well, well, John or Luch or Johnny G, thanks so much for joining me on WMNF Tampa today.
Thank you for having me on, and it was nice meeting you today.